We're going to do some performance bucking tests on a couple axes here. I have the camp axe on my right and the farm axe on my left. This camp axe is a 2 1/4 pound head with a 24-inch hickory handle, and the farm axe is a 4 1/2 pound head with a 32-inch hickory handle. This is a much larger axe. It's considered a felling axe, great for splitting too. And this is, of course, just a camping axe, but it could be used for felling as well. This is a birch log that I have here that I got off my property. It's about 10 to 11 inches in diameter, and we're just going to do some bucking with it real quick. I'm going to remove the bark first because this birch bark is really coarse, and it has a tendency to have particles in it that could dull the blade of an axe. So I'm going to use my hawksbill hatchet. I'm not really going to be demoing this axe in this video, but this is my personal hatchet. It's belt carried. I'm going to use it to debark the sections here that are going to be cut with the other axes. Alright, so the log is debarked, and we're going to start with the camp axe here. This camp axe is actually for the samurai carpenter, Jesse. It's a YouTube channel. He does woodworking, joinery, really nice stuff. You can check him out, just Samurai Carpenter. But anyways, this axe is for him, and I'm going to be testing it out here. This isn't going to be very scientific. I'm not counting my hits or anything. I'm just going to have some fun chopping this log, and you guys can kind of see how they work. Let's get started with this camp axe here.
Yes, she stained glass window shattered on a broken dream. She smiles at no one, just a flicker in her eyes with the sun. While the cold darkness surrounds in the cold, well it stands ever.
We're going to switch sides of the log here to finish out this notch. I'm not going to cut all the way through. So far this axe is doing good. Let's finish it out. I'm taking controlled slow swings. I'm not trying to put a lot of power into it.
Well, she like stained glass windows shattered on a broken dream. She smiles at no one, just a flicker in her eyes with the sun. While the cold.
Okay, so that's it for the camp axe. I think that it did really well. I'll let the video speak for itself, you know. But it's a really satisfying feeling as a maker to be able to make an axe that does that. And it all comes down to the ergonomic, slim, comfortable handle, gives you the right leverage, and of course the steel selection, the heat treat, the shape of this bit profile, and then the geometry of the cutting edge itself makes this axe really work well for its size. This is a small axe relatively, and it did well here. So let's switch it up to the the farm axe, Big Daddy axe. Let's start knocking some chips out here. Handle that can flex and spring and give. This can show you how flexible and bendy a hickory handle is. Very springy, gives you good recoil, rebound when you hit that log. It takes the shock out of you by acting as a spring almost. Great wood. I'll do a little bit more cutting real quick at the farm axe. Unfortunately, the log isn't secured down, so it moves and rolls easy, and it's difficult for me to take the axe out of the log because if it sticks just a little bit, that whole log is moving around. Ideally, I'd want log dogs to hold this down to the ground, so I can't really chop how I'd like to, but we'll give it a few more swings.
She stained glass window, shattered on a broken dream. She smiles at no one, just a flicker in her eyes.
Okay, so I know that most of you watching are going to be asking about splitting. How does the farm axe split? You want to see it work. So I'll give you guys a little bit of bonus here. I just have these two small logs. They're birch, they're green. We'll see how it does. A little bit of an extra.